Good afternoon, everybody. I'm launching this webinar and I'll just wait for our attendees to come in. We're just on the hour, so hopefully everybody is ready. A good proportion of our successful SMEs have registered for today, but either for yourselves or them, we will record this and send out the recording tomorrow. So everyone will have access to that for reference. So we'll just wait a few more seconds. You will probably recognize my name as I was the one who invited you to this webinar. I'm Aaron Wiltshire from ETOA, one of the consortium partners for the EURO-EMOTUR program. Congratulations to everybody on this call, as you have made it through the first round of successful SMEs for the call. And as you know, this webinar, well, Federica will take over and she will walk you through the next steps. So obviously the work starts now after the initial application. So we're at 1 minute past now. So as I said, Federica will really lead this session. I will be in the background, so please use the chat or Q&A function if you have any concerns or questions as we go along. They should be covered by Federica, who will have a presentation as well as a quick look at the questionnaire, which is the next step. So without further ado, I'll hand over to Federica. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, Aaron, and welcome from my side too, and congratulations to all the SMEs who successfully qualified for this program. We are really enthusiastic to start working with you. And the first step we are going to take together is an assessment of your present situation regarding digital investments and your approach to digitization and to innovation more in general. And this is the first steps of the project, and it will be a basic one for us for a series of reasons. Now I will show you a bit why and what we are going to do together in this first steps. Here we go. We will start already from here. So the first thing we are asking you to do with us is quite simple, really. It's just to fill in a survey. You should already have received the link to go there and fill it in. What is the aim of these first steps? It is going to help us to know better your business and your approach to digital marketing. We already asked you some questions in the previous step when you were presenting your application to get you into this project. We are going a bit deeper now with this question. I said this first step. And it also will provide us the basis for the next steps, specifically for the neuromarketing analysis, to better understand where you stand in this moment in terms of digital marketing and what we can do for you to improve some aspects. Of course, every business is different, and in this call there are many different businesses really in terms of dimension, but also in terms of approach to digital marketing. So we really need to know each one of you and to personalize better the following steps. And but it also will provide us with some information more, but it will provide your business with an assessment on this aspect, and also some advice on how this part can be improved. So we will receive a specific report for your business stating how what were the results of your assessment, and some aspects that you might want to have a deeper look into and see if you want to improve it or change a bit the way you deal with some aspects. So these are the aims of the first steps we are taking together. As I said, the first step is a questionnaire. We will see how it looks like in a minute. What I would like to focus our attention on is more or less what are the areas we are going to investigate, so that you might be a little bit prepared or have the time to prepare a bit before going there and filling the questions about if you need some help or some information to be handy for you. So the focus is digital marketing and investments. So the software you use, how do you use your social media, which kind of if you do advertising campaign on Google, doing advertising campaigns on Meta or other kind of supports, if you have CRMS or other kind of supports, how your website is managed, who manages this. So you might need the support of your service provider to fill in some of the question if you are not in charge of it directly, or of the person in your organization which is in charge of it if it is not you. From the answer to the application, please take a moment and maybe check with the web provider or your web agency which kind of tools are really working, if they have control of it. You might check it once in a while, I don't know, but just make sure to give us the more precise picture of what you have, what's going on. The better one you can give us, the more precise you can give us. Another set of questions is about who makes decision in your organization about digital marketing and investment, and how. So do you have a strategy? Who is in charge of the strategy? It might be the the service provider or the web agency. Is not important. For us, it is important that you tell us how you manage this. Okay. Another bunch of questions regards your employees and yourself, if you are part of the team and not only sort of owner or external owner. So in this case, especially if you employ many people over a year, you might need the support of your HR manager to answer some questions like, I don't know, which kind of background do they have, which kind of previous experience, and so on. So that's another thing that you might need. The questions are only about non-seasonal employees, so it might be better and easier to approach it. But if you have a wide organization, you might need the help of your HR. And another focus is on the training. Okay, you provide to your employees. Again, you might need the support of your HR manager, or in any case, can take some minutes to recall if you organized courses, training activities for your employees, or took part into some training activities. in the last 7 years. This means including courses, for example, supported by the European Social Fund. So if you yourself or your employees took part in the last 7 years of some kind of ESF founded course, for example, about digital marketing of this kind of aspects, we would like to know. We made it 7 years because we have to deal with the kind of gap that was the pandemic period, so it's a longer period for these reasons. But yeah, just try to take a minute and recall what's happened in terms of training in the last year. So these are some of the information you might you need, and you might need some help with. For the other questions, I think that if you're in charge of digital marketing, if you're the owner or the general manager of the organization, you won't have any problem answering this question. The survey is a bit it's more precise than the question we asked in the application phase, so it will take you a bit more to fill it in. It will be 40 to 45 minutes. However, you can start filling some question and then go back completely later or another day. If you want to do this, so be sure to access the survey using your Google account, your Gmail account, before you start it. So in this way, your answer will be saved, and you won't need to go back to the beginning every time. So this is more or less the basic things about filling. I will then show you how it looks like. Just a second, because I need to change a bit and you will see my screen for a bit. And then you will see. Here we go. This is what you are going to see when you click on the link that was already provided. And this is how the questionnaire basically look like. The first question is just to understand who you are among the 100 business selected, and where is your business, the usual things. And then we are going to ask who is the one who is answering the question. Okay. The first, so this is how it looks like. Every question has already a list of answers already provided, so you don't need to fill it in every time. You just choose the one that is more fit into your situation. Of course, if there are there is always the possibility to add something different if we didn't cover all the possibility there. As I said, you can see here there are, as I said, a bunch of questions about how about your strategy, digital strategy, investments, who makes the decisions, and I was ask you where you find the information or get the information. This might be a tricky one. I will show you this question because it might be a tricky one. And it is question 17. If you have agreements with the business, which is I think we already asked you, but here what we want to basically know if you are using these kind of networks to get information about ICTs, about innovation. So when you need to acquire new knowledge or new tools for your business, how you do you proceed to find the information about what you want to do or what is needed to do? So you do the scouting by yourself, you refer to your digital provider, or you call a consultant, or maybe you use the experience of other business you might be in touch with, or business networks you are in touch with. This is what this question asks, and this might be one of the most tricky one in this first session. And the rest, as I said, and the other part, as I said, deals with your employees, with your staff, especially with non-seasonal employees. So you will find a set of questions here about who they are, which kind of language they are, and how do you prefer to organize work. So if the people are mainly dedicated to one specific activity, one specific function, or if you tend to mix a bit one activity with the others, and then of course there are the question about the training I told you before. If you or your staff participated in some kind of training, of your business itself organized some kind of training for its own employees, of course on the related to mainly related to digital skills. Another tricky question might be this one, because sometimes we have this kind of situation and we don't really register it. It was a bit of tricky one in the application form. So this is ask you if you provide your employees with tools that helps them to communicate. So if you have a internal chat, for example, instant messaging, and all your employees are connected with instant messaging, or or other kind of support to communicate, for example, with the camping site, if you had all the kind of support to help the people communicate also when they are moving around the place. And so here ask you if you provide the tools, if you provide it, if they use it or they prefer not to use it. So that's the meaning of this question. Okay, and another one that might be a bit tricky, and I'll go really quickly on that, is this one. Again, on the basis of what you answered during the selection process. Okay. Here we need to know how much integrated are the system and the software you use for managing daily operations. So if they talk to each other in a way, if the various software talk to each other, the channel manager talk with CRMES software and so on. And if you are happy about it, or you have facing difficulties and you maybe need to, I don't know, transfer information using Excel or other system from one software to another one, which is something that might happen. And the last part is we'll ask you some question about what you know about neuromarketing, if you've ever heard about it, and in which kind of circumstances, and if you ever used it, and why do you decided to use it. So this is basically the whole survey all in all. It's nothing particularly difficult apart for this 2 or 3 things I told you. That's just to have some information about your which kind of software you have, and which kind what you use it for, and which kind of platforms are you using and what for, and some information about your own personal, non-seasonal personal. But for the rest, it's quite easy to go through. In any case, the consortium will get in touch with you to check if you have any difficulties and to support you in any way. In particular, if you have questions, or since you can't really answer the whole lot of you, please refer. Sorry. Please refer to this for Ireland and Spain. The contact is the University of Las Palmas Gran Canaria. For Finland, the contact is Haga Elia. They might already be in touch with some of you regarding the application. And for Veneto, Italy, and Greece, the contact point is Italy, so it's CISET. And the survey should be completed by the 26th. As I told you, it's just 40 minutes, so 2 weeks should be easy to do. But in any case, we will be in touch with each of you, of course, to welcome you kind of personally within the EURO-EMOTUR network, and to see if you need support to complete the questionnaire. It's very difficult to understand which kind of question might be tricky for you. It's better if you have a look at it and then ask specific questions, because some might be more tricky for one kind of business and others might be more tricky for other kind of business. So that's it for my part, and I don't know, I see there are questions. And
yes, thank you, Federica. I was just going to say, I think the Canaries is also with Portugal as well. I think that was just missing from the top.
Oh yes, so
if you're a Portuguese attendee here, you'll be talking to our colleagues in Gran Canaria. So I think we've just had a few questions. Will you be able to share the link in the chat now to the survey? But we will also send it out by email as well. So Federica, if you've got that to hand, if you wouldn't mind putting that just in here now as well. And then we had a question about not having enough information about your education levels for your staff. So I think you said it's only the non-seasonal, so that should be fine. And I think it would just be a case of asking. I think that's probably a fair enough requirement to do. So I'm not sure if that answers the question, but if you could just give, I think it is general levels rather than specific, isn't it? So it's
yeah, it just asks you which kind of education they have, previous education. So if you, well, I don't have it at the moment. I think it depends on if there are just few people, because the non-seasonal often are not so many. You just, well, maybe ask them just before answering the questionnaire, or maybe usually there's someone in your organization that is informed and might be quite informed about it. It just asks you if it is humanities, languages, economics, okay, so in very general term, and if they have some previous experience, which kind of previous experience they have, is something that you easily find in a CV in any case, but sometimes I guess that's asking the quicker way. if there are not so many.
Indeed. So we can stay on for a few more minutes if there are any more questions. Again, it's another question about where they're receiving the questionnaire link from. So Federica, could you confirm where that's come from? And then if you can, just share it in the chat as well.
Yeah, we can show you in the chat, but I guess I can't answer the chat. European Social Fund. I must read the second. The second question, which is European Social Fund. Yes.
Sorry, Hannah, I did reply, but I replied just to myself and Federica rather than you. So that's, I'll send that link to the ESF site to make sure that it looks familiar to everybody. There you go. There's the link.
Yeah.
That's the link to ESF, but Federica, if you've got the link to the other thing, the questionnaire itself, then do drop it in.
Yeah, in any case, you will receive the link by email, so you have it and ready to fill in and go back to the deadline is the 26th, so in 2 weeks.
But I think, as Federica says, you can opt in and you can do it in different stages. You can break it down. It's about 45 minutes in total, but you can return to the saved version up until that date.
Yeah, but make sure to get in, access your Google account, your Gmail account beforehand, because in this way it saves you. If Google does not recognize you, you risk to to need to go back from to the beginning, because it doesn't save the questions and your answers. So yeah, make sure you access Gmail and then get to the and then get to the link and you start filling in the question.
Okay. The new version of the ESF website, for some reason, they haven't updated their URL, so it links to another one. But if that's it, obviously we're all available via email, so do keep in touch if you have any questions throughout. It's easier to resolve.
This is the link to the questionnaire, but we will send an email in any case.
I'll just that's only gone to you and me, but I'll send it to everybody. There you go. Thank you very much, everybody. Keep in touch and good luck filling out the questionnaire. Thanks very much, Federica. Bye-bye, everybody.
Thank you. Bye.